It's funny being in the Criterion Collection and being like,
What does that mean? Hello out there in YouTube land or wherever this is broadcast. My name is Nick. I play guitar and I'm the singer of the band Elder.
my name is Jack. I am the bass player of Elder.
Backup vocals too.
And the backup vocals for, a few parts. And we're playing a show right next to this place at Auto Bar, but right now, we're going to browse some movies.
Why don't we?
Why don't we? So, straight up, Terrence Malick, the best. One of my favorites, The Tree of Life. This came out when I was in college, and everybody was into Terry, Have you ever seen it?
I don't think so, but you studied film for a couple years,
yeah,
right? And I think I remember you dropping his name often.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty reclusive, and nobody knows a lot about him, but all of his films are great, but Tree of Life, just the intro alone is amazing. So
I think this is like most of our conversations of you telling me about some, like, have you heard of this director? No. Have you seen this movie? No. So,
I mean,
here I am in the video store, but I'll try my best. Now, this is one that caught my eye as a real connoisseur of film. The Beavis and Butthead collection. Back when I was a teenager, these were very important cartoons for me. I always loved cartoons, to be honest, like growing up with my older brother, just watching them Saturday morning. And I guess growing older, I never really got out of it. The content just got maybe a little more adult. I live in Europe now and have been living in Germany for 10 years. And I gotta say, King of the Hill, that does not translate. If anyone hasn't seen it and wants a slice of like American Texan suburban life and comedy that's kind of like, feels pedestrian, but is actually deeply clever, go for it.
I mean, this director section is just so cool. Even seeing like the director's catalog, you'd be like, wow, they made that many movies. It's kind of bizarre. Oh, Nicky boy, I need a tall man.
What do we got?
Grab a Sexy Beast.
I'm on it.
Jonathan Glazer, another kind of reclusive, not too much output, but every one of his movies is pretty significant, but there's nothing better than Sexy Beast. Very quotable and a great heist movie. Just saying.
I don't think I've ever seen any of these, man. You gotta turn me on to them.
I mean, you haven't seen Under the Skin with ScarJo?
No.
Where she's an alien. She's just taking men and killing them and feeding off them in her like pool of ooze.
That sounds good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Funny how many movies have just been made.
Yeah, it's time to get like I feel like this is, a symptom of like the Netflix and Spotify era that we kind of exist in nowadays. Like going to a video store feels so foreign.
Dare I say, I feel like I'm in the maze.
Dare. Go there, brother. Who hasn't seen Heavy Metal Parking Lot?
Oh, yeah.
Guys take a camera to a parking lot at like a Judas Priest concert, capture some awesome footage of the fans, ask them what they like most about heavy metal, get some hilarious, like, stoned off of shitty weed answers.
Oh, yeah. Drunk as a skunk and...
Yeah, take me back to those days where I never existed.
Lately, I've been just into straight-up 90s thrillers. Ricochet is one of the best. Denzel, John Lithgow. It's a roller coaster ride of great 90s, like, I don't know, just thriller stuff, if you're into that. Still shot on film, still kind of big actors and kind of going for it with a kind of crazy thriller story. Something about the look of it that I'm just very attracted to. And, like, honestly, this whole section...
Kind of like more moody, more dramatic too, right? I mean...
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, kind of the Pelican Brief. And all I gotta say is that I've based my entire style off what Stanley Tucci wears in this movie. Oh, they have a Pelican Brief and a Time to Kill. Oh, there's the double feature for you right there.
What you got?
A Pelican Brief and a Time to Kill. It's a good lazy Saturday.
Speaking
right there.
of birds, nice segue. Do you remember I used to torture you with this movie, Birdemic?
Oh, yeah.
I think like when The Room came out, that was obviously like a smash hit for like the bad movie genre. And someone showed me this as kind of like the one-upping, like, oh, you think that's bad? Watch Birdemic. It's like we get in the van, like you listen to good music all the time, and then sometimes you've just had enough. You want to listen to really shitty music.
Right.
You want to torture yourself and entertain yourself. I feel that way, well, obviously not being a huge movie consumer, but somehow that already got into me with like enjoying really bad movies. Something nice about watching other people's creations just shit the bed,
Absolutely. Oh, here's an interesting one. A lot of people hate this movie. I freaking love Cloud Atlas. It's incredible. The same actors playing different characters over different time periods. Cloud Atlas, give it a chance. If you if you're a naysayer. Come on.
Oh,
This might be...
Conan the Barbarian. This is actually probably like the only music related or like
Yeah.
movie that's related to the band in some way. When we first started this band, there was kind of like a Conan the Barbarian slant to the, well, not kind of, the first full length had like Conan the Barbarian inspired lyrics.
We have a song called The Riddle of Steel.
Riddle of Steel Part 1 and 2, yeah. This was just one of those really campy action fantasy movies that just somehow captured my imagination.
I mean,
guess our imagination.
yeah,
As a team. You know, just like...
We were really into like fantasy, like metal and stuff like that too. So it kind of all like...
And like, you know, listening to Doom, like drinking beers in your like whole bedroom, like watching Conan the Barbarian. It's really nostalgic, yeah.
I got one here in the drama section. Conspiracy about the Wannsee Conference in during World War II with the Nazi Party. But Nick here, he lives in Berlin, and we've been kind of close to there. And I saw this.
Been through,
It's an extremely powerful movie. Obviously, it also made me realize this is like one of the most evil places on Earth, like that has existed, like where this conference happened.
It's crazy to walk through these historically super evil places, and now they've got such a like a kind of like pastoral vibe.
Totally, yeah. But
this is the story of that. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, it's in English, but it's Kenneth Branagh and also Stanley Tucci. Shout out Pelican Brief.
Pelican Brief stock is rising
But
right now.
we still haven't gone there, and I know it's a little touristy at this point, but it is interesting.
We can go. I haven't been in either, actually. There's enough like depressing history in that city that I kind of like steer clear of the museums dedicated to, you know, like human annihilation at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey, I think, was the other one. It's two kind of like stoned high schoolers from San Dimas, California, get visited by a man from the future because they need to pass a history exam. Good stuff, though. A lot of quotes, I think, that carried us through life.
Be excellent to each other,
yeah,
man.
exactly. Party on, dude.
Also, I was just...
Socrates.
so great. I was just back there, too, and we have just been cracking up about this recently, but any Ernest movie really
Ernest, dude.
holds a really close place to my heart because my dad liked them, oddly enough, when I was a kid.
Yeah, mine did, too.
I was a kid in, like, the 90s, but the troll from this film literally scared me stupid, probably for, like, 2 years when I was a kid. Nightmares and nightmares and nightmares.
I like the quote. Wacky.
It is wacky.
That looks pretty... Yeah, this was very wacky.
Actually, I think I read something that they used the old the props from the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They like bought them and then like cut them up to make all the troll, like they like modified them to make the trolls in this movie.
Modified troll?
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's true.
Okay.
They look similar.
I don't even know what you're talking about, so...
You never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I don't think so.
That movie used to scare me as a kid too. My cousins used to torture me with it. Like they
poor,
would put it on.
Poor young Jack.
Oh, Jack, you don't like this. Well, man, that was super fun.
That was great. I'm glad we got to do that.
And I picked out 3 movies that I gotta watch right now.
All right, let's hear about them.
I picked out Robert Altman's A Wedding, which is just a super crazy kind of comedy about one day in a rich folks' home with a wedding, and it doesn't end like you would expect it. I picked out another 90s thriller, Witness, freaking classic, everybody knows. And then I finally found Paul Schrader's Cat People, starring Cos Kinsey's daughter, who is a babe, our sound guy tells us.
Interesting. Well, you know, I just kind of browsed through quickly, found a couple movies that I thought sounded interesting to rent. Gummo, I think it's about some like teenage kids who are going through some shit. There's a cool soundtrack. I think it was the first time both of us heard like...
Ever heard Sleep? And that's kind of, we played stoner rock and kind of was like...
I remember it being kind of grungy and alternative, I don't know. Ugly Dachshunds, it's a Walt Disney movie I've never seen. I love dachshunds, and they're not ugly, so I want to see what this is about. I don't agree. And the Kung Fu movie, Dirty Ho, just looked like a great flick. Just had nothing to do with the name. So I'm looking forward to checking these out.
Yeah.
Now let's go rock,
Let's go rock and roll, man, yeah.